2025 is over. I know, big shocker. We didn't expect this at all. No, I'm joking, we did. But this year in movies, we got a little bit of everything. And still somehow had a crazy year at the box office, and I don't even know what happened this year. So we're going to go through and look at every major movie that I watched and hopefully find out if 2025 was a good year for movies. Starting in February, I watched Brave New World. When I first saw that this movie was coming out, my first thought was, it's Captain America without Captain America. And then my second thought was, Harrison Ford's in this. And that Harrison Ford is playing a Red Hulk. I really had no expectations going into this movie, but the trailer looked really good. And surprisingly, I actually liked this movie a lot. This movie had lots of mystery in it, and whether you think that mystery was good or bad, one thing's for sure is we haven't had that in a Marvel movie for a very long time, and I just thought it was pretty entertaining, especially when everyone says this movie is really bad. So, was it perfect? No, not even close, but yes, it was pretty decent. In the Celestial Island fight, or whatever you call that place, that was one of my favorite fights in modern MCU. So, I'm going to give this movie a solid 6.5 out of 10. In April, I watched one movie, the Minecraft movie. I watched this movie opening day, not purposefully. I'm not a big Minecraft fan, but it was before I knew all the crazy memes and stuff, and people were cheering at the dumbest moments. I did not know what was happening, but this was definitely an experience. You'd be outside the theater, and you would hear these dorms, and you'd hear them yell,
"Chicken jockey!"
And then you would just turn around slowly and hear everyone start fighting and screaming. The movie theater was a scary place during this time. And this movie isn't even that good. Debatably, you could say this movie's bad. But watching it in theater was super fun, and it was just entertaining because everyone was so crazy about something that wasn't even that good. So, because of that, watching this in theater is a solid 6 and a very enjoyable experience. But if you're watching at home, it's going to be kind of boring. This is where the summer schedule started. In May, I watched Thunderbolts, Mission Impossible 8, Lilo and Stitch, and Karate Kid. Thunderbolts. It's the Suicide Squad version for Marvel. This movie, I watched it in a full theater, and when Bucky comes in, and they're in the desert, and he blows the cars up, and it goes in slow motion, everyone in our theater was going crazy. And this movie was just crazy. At the beginning, has a great entrance, and she jumps off the tower, and then she goes and kicks a bunch of people and blows this thing up. I thought this movie was really well done with just everything. Action, storyline. There's not one big problem in this. Maybe a couple little problems, but it was pretty entertaining. And Bob's in it from Top Gun.
Hi, hey. I'm Bob.
Pretty solid movie, and even though it didn't make that much money, I'm rating it a 7 out of 10. Mission Impossible 8. If you don't know, I'm a big Mission Impossible fan. I stayed up and watched this opening day till like 2 in the morning. That's how excited I was to see this movie. And it was not what I expected, but that didn't necessarily make it bad. This movie is more different than other Mission Impossible movies. Usually it's lighthearted, it's a mission, a small mission, but this matters to the whole world, and it's just very serious. And some people are really going to like it because of that, and other people aren't. I have a couple big complaints. I really didn't like the beginning, how they go to the entity, and the entity is basically just an AI machine, and the AI machine is just going through a bunch of crazy stuff. I didn't really like that intro, but Tom Cruise is an insane actor. He is now, he will always be, and he always carries any movies that he's in, especially this one. My other big problem was every time they're just like, oh, the entity knows everything, and it's unbeatable, and stuff like that, which I guess makes it a good movie, but at the same time, I didn't really buy into that. So, yeah. But they did some crazy stuff. At the end of the day, this movie was crazy. And the more I watch it, the more I like this movie. This movie is... I'm going to give this movie a solid 8.7 out of 10. One of my favorite movies of the year. Lilo and Stitch. This movie made a lot of money. And my only takeaways from this is the actor that plays Lilo, the girl, she is great.
Is it blood?
Yeah, I've been practicing jumping out of my window.
She's kidding.
Sometimes I eat so much I can't breathe.
You're gonna need that health insurance for when I kill you!
I didn't know you could get actors that good for kids. I thought she was definitely the best part of the movie. She made it believable, like the animated character the movie's based off of. There were definitely funny moments, and that kept the movie interesting and worth watching. At the end of the day, this is a very forgettable movie. 5 out of 10. Karate Kid Legends. Ever since the original Karate Kid came out, they've always been trying to make a Karate Kid, and it's never worked out as well as the first one. Cobra Kai was the closest thing that came to it. I mean, so this one I did not have very high expectations. And the first half of the movie is decent in my opinion. They were switching up. He had to train someone, this kid. And then the second half, they were just fighting randomly in fights, and it did not feel believable. They had the final fight, and I barely even knew who the bad guy was. And I was like, why do I want the main character to win? I don't really have anything against him. At the end of the day, this movie was a cash grab, trying to get as much money as they could. And it's not a horrible movie. It's worth watching one time. And that's about it. 5 out of 10. In June, I watched How to Train Your Dragon and F1. I'm going to be honest, when I first saw the How to Train Your Dragon trailer, I didn't like the actors. I thought it looked fake. I did not think it was going to be good at all. I was wrong. This movie is by no means perfect, and it's kind of just a shot-for-shot remake, but I actually thought the characters were really good in it. Astrid, Hiccup, all the characters that I thought weren't going to be that good were actually way better than I thought. If I'm being honest, I did not go to watch this movie in theaters because of the movie, but because of the soundtrack. How to Train Your Dragon has one of the best soundtracks ever. The main theme, the romantic flight song, which, by the way, in the movie theater, I almost fell asleep to. There you go. Playing that 5 seconds of it, I probably just got copyrighted, so you're welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. I want to be making money from this, and it helps me out. I'll make more videos if that happens and helps you out, so just do it. Anyway, with the theme and the movie being good and well made, this is a solid 6.5. One of the better remakes that's been done recently. F1. I'm just going to say it right now. This is probably my favorite movie of the year. It has Brad Pitt in it, one of my favorite actors, and there's not one big problem in this movie. It's funny. There's a bunch of action. There's a little bit of everything if you like this.
And our talented rookie, Joshua.
Why has he got a helmet?
Safety?
When was the last time you won a race?
Sunday? Daytona?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Formula One.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then same as you.
All turned you down.
How many?
7.
That's a lot.
I'm number 7?
You're 8.
This is a disaster.
Starting to feel more like a 9.
Technically, there is one who I've not heard from yet.
So I am a 9.
You know how numbers work, right?
In business, my most inspired ideas come late.
Yeah, best things in life usually arrive ninth, right?
This is directed by the same director who did Top Gun, and I'm beginning to be a really big fan of him. He did Tron Legacy, this, and Top Gun. So he has a really good resume. I've never cared about F1 racing before, but I can tell you over the summer it has been on TV a couple times, and I have watched it only because I watched this movie. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. Anyway, 9 out of 10. July. July was an insane month for action movies, starting off with Jurassic World Rebirth, Superman, and Fantastic Four. Jurassic World movies always makes tons of money, and this movie was made just to make money. I'll tell you the plot. Dinosaurs are scary. You have to get something from the dinosaurs. Go to the dinosaur island. Wow, the dinosaurs actually kill people. Big shocker. But wait, the dinosaurs are actually cool to be around. Yeah. Same old, same old. This movie's actually not that bad. It's not that good, though. They have a family in it, and the family was actually one of my favorite parts of this movie. They have a kid that they try to make as like a delinquent kid, but he is actually hilarious in the movie, and one of my favorite characters in the movie, along with Jonathan Bailey. Besides that, there's nothing too special, but they have some very cool sequences or scenes, in my opinion, and this is a solid 6 out of 10, and in my opinion, a great way to start July off, especially since Superman was coming out. Superman, one of the big movies of 2025. The director is James Gunn, you probably know him, but anyway, he directed Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ain't no thing like me except me.
Which is one of my favorite movies.
Just a metaphor, dude. His people are completely literal. Metaphors are gonna go over his head.
Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too fast. I would catch it.
I'm gonna die surrounded by the biggest idiots in the galaxy.
The problem is, this Superman movie is basically just a Superman Guardians of the Galaxy, and I did not like that about this movie. I liked how they did things a little differently, a little more comic book accurate, but it was too much in my opinion. This Superman movie is not bad at all. Bright sides, the Lois Lane actor is the best Lois Lane in any Superman. It's pretty funny, there are some great moments in this movie, but at the end of the day, this movie is not that good. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Fantastic Four. This movie has Pedro Pascal in it, which does not surprise me at all, because he's basically in everything now. So, yeah. This movie has a very classy old vibe with music and editing styles, and yeah, it's a little bit weird, to be honest, but besides that, I actually like this movie a lot. Let me tell you the plot. So, there are the Fantastic Four, 4 superheroes, and 2 of them who are married have a kid.
You're late for dinner.
Oh, yes, we are. Really.
By a single minute.
Yes, we were just.
I had to put some aloe iodine
just
on
had
my
to-
shoulder. And,
do his shoulder and.
why is that breakfast cereal on the dinner table?
Why are you being weird?
We're not.
We're
We're
not
not being
acting
weird.
Well, I'm doing that weird thing with your face.
Oh, we don't know what you're talking about.
Are you pregnant?
Yeah.
What? You are gonna be the best mom. Oh my god.
You are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth.
They both have superpowers, so what do you think the kid's gonna have? I'll give you a second, think about it. I'm joking. Look, the kid has superpowers, of course he does. So, there's this big monster that's basically the size of like worlds or eats worlds or something like that comes to Earth named Galactus, who's trying to steal the baby or eat the baby or something like that. So Johnny, who's in the Fantastic Four, also likes this girl who's helping him destroy Earth, which is just weird in another side plot, but
She was right here.
And.
Johnny thinks they had a moment.
Okay.
Get it? Johnny loves space. Johnny loves women.
ultimately, this movie is pretty funny. It's pretty good. It's not as bad as I'm making it sound, but I think every time I watch this, the movie is going to go down in my opinion. So I'm going to rank this a 7 out of 10, but every time I watch it, it goes down a point. In October, I watched one movie, Tron Ares. I love Tron Legacy, the movie that came out before this. So this movie was either going to go all in and be amazing or not going to be that good. And sadly, I think it's closer to the not that good than amazing. For a couple reasons. In the Tron Legacy, they had a bunch of good music. And they tried to go really crazy with the music. And it was just really kind of bad. And also the main character, Eve, she is not a main character for an action movie. I'm sorry. Sue me for saying this. She was bad. She was really bad. They tried to make her perfect at everything she did, When she ran, she looked like she was constipated, and I don't know, she was a horrible character. And for her to be the main star of this multi-million-dollar movie, it was bad. But besides from that, I actually liked the plot. The plot was pretty interesting. Jared Leto was very good in this movie, in my opinion. Yeah, so this movie is going to get a solid 5.5, but I think if I watched this movie again, I would either like really hate this movie or be like, oh, this movie's not that bad. So only time will tell. November, I watched Nuremberg, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and Wicked for Good. Nuremberg. Nuremberg is definitely not an action movie, but it's about the trial of Nazi officers that survived World War II. And this movie is very interesting and also a true story. So if you like more movies that you have to think and historically accurate, this movie is really good. It's a little slow at the end, but that's alright. At the end of the day, this is a really good movie. My opinion, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And definitely not as good as I thought it was going to be before I watched it. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. My biggest problem going into the movie is I thought that they were just going to have magic, that they edited it, and it was going to look totally fake because it was edited. But they didn't do that. It was actually really good because you could actually see the magic, they explain it, and they just don't leave a bunch of mystery, which is good because I like that. But this story is not that great, and the actors in this movie are not that good either. And I don't care that I'm saying this, sue me, but the girls or women in this movie are horrible. Horrible, horrible. They are not good at all, and in this movie they try to push them like they're some saints, and they have some of the dumbest parts in it, and it ruins the movie. You can't even take them seriously.
Clearly a lot going on, and I'm really trying not to take any of this personally, but please, can you tell me, did the eye contact you directly?
Yeah.
You too?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you call me sooner?
I'm so sorry. I had to find a babysitter. Everything happened like that.
Wait, sorry, you two know each other?
Yeah, we know. How many female magicians do you think there are in the world?
The fact there are 3 of us in the room right
Shocking.
now, it's like
Shocking.
mind blown.
That's true. I'm surprised the universe isn't folding in on itself.
Exactly.
And that's just agendas that Hollywood is pushing nowadays. And I don't care, sue me. Please don't sue me, actually, but lots of the actors were bad, but specifically the 3 magicians that were girls were really bad and cocky. Ariana Greenblatt, she is the worst actor ever. She's in Borderlands and this, and she always plays the same character, some cocky little girl that you don't want to like because she's so cocky and arrogant.
Nice one, Professor. I'm impressed.
Hey, that whisk is older than you.
Sorry, boss. So sorry. Look, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. This has been really cool. Really, really cool.
Go show.
But,
And I don't care. That's not a bad thing to say. Anyway, besides that, this movie isn't that bad, but it's not that good either. Nothing too special. They have a good payoff at the end as a surprise. 6.5 out of 10. Wicked for Good. This movie definitely doesn't have as good of music as they do in the first one, but I think as a movie, I like this one better than the first one. It has a payoff at the end, and the movie kind of leads up to it, and it's kind of boring until then. But it's worth it because at the end, it is just crazy, especially the first time. I'm not going to spoil anything, but yeah. There's lots of girl drama in this. I don't mean that in a bad way. There's just lots of problems and making big problems out of nothing, and it's kind of funny to watch. And this movie is pretty good, especially for a musical. I'm not usually a musical person, but I'm going to rank this a solid 7 out of 10. So those are all the movies I watched in 2025. It's kind of a lot. My brother worked at a movie theater, so that's why I watch so many movies. I normally don't watch that many, so just so you know, I wasn't going to the movie theater and paying for it every time. My favorite movies this year were Mission Impossible 8 and F1. Make sure you guys comment what your favorite movie is this year, because I want to hear you guys' opinions in the comments, and also you guys can argue with each other. I don't care. I would love to have this comment section for this video just be arguing about movies. Let's make it happen. Anyway, 2025 has had lots of movies, and they've been pretty good, to be honest. Not the best that they could have been, but really exciting new movies that you want to see, and a little bit of every major franchise. And so 2025 was a good year for movies. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10 if I was rating the whole year. Not the best it could have been, but not bad at all. I'm excited for 2026. They're going to have great movies then too. And that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching to the end.